Good morning and welcome to University Day 2020. When I accepted the appointment to serve as interim chancellor, I'd imagined something a little different. At that point, none of us knew how profoundly the global pandemic known as COVID-19 would affect us all. Within the next couple of weeks, we would know all too well. But I'm so proud of not only how we as a university responded to the pandemic, but how we continue to find ways to thrive in spite of a public health crisis. But as challenging as the last 6 months have been, I remain honored and privileged to be able to lead this university as it continues on its upward trajectory. As I said during a town hall earlier this month, this pandemic has brought us together as a community in ways we could not have imagined. We have demonstrated a collective strength in our dedication to fulfill our mission while taking USC Upstate to all new levels of excellence. This pandemic has required a sustained commitment to ensuring that our faculty, staff, and students experience the best this university has to offer in education and as an employer, and I am proud of what we have accomplished together. I'm fortunate to have a strong team beside me, and I'd like to take a moment to recognize Dr. David Schechter, our provost, who, like me, joined USC Upstate just in time to respond to a national crisis. Dr. Schechter joined us in March with more than 18 years of experience in the California State University system. His insights and leadership have been invaluable over these last several months, and I look forward to seeing what our faculty and the academic affairs team will achieve this year. Dr. Schechter arrived in time to complete a process that has resulted in a number of new programs in the George Dean Johnson College of Business Economics. What were concentrations in business administration are now majors. Included in these are economics and finance, accounting, management, marketing, logistics and supply chain management, and entrepreneurship and innovation. Earlier this summer, the George, under the leadership of Dean Mosier Jury, earned reaccreditation by AACSB International, recognized as one of the world's leading accrediting bodies. AACSB standards are high, and the process for accreditation is rigorous. Congratulations to Dean Jury and his team for ensuring that USC Upstate continues to compete with the best business programs in the country. The Mary Black School of Nursing will host a virtual site tour for its accreditors, CCNE, or the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education, at the end of September. Again, CCNE accreditation is tough. Dr. Sharletha Lee joined us last summer just in time to lead her team through the reaccreditation process, and I'm confident they will succeed in maintaining our reputation as one of the state's top nursing programs, despite the distractions of a global pandemic. USC Upstate experienced a series of significant academic wins this summer, having won 2 prestigious federal grants. Dr. Stefan Bismarck from our School of Education, Human Performance and Health is principal investigator for a $1.2 million grant from the National Science Foundation. The NSF project will provide scholarships to 21 USC Upstate students who will pursue a dual undergraduate degree in mathematics, biology or chemistry, and secondary education. Congratulations to Dr. Bismarck and Dean Laura Reynolds, as well as our co-PIs, Dr. Chris Bender, Associate Professor of Chemistry, Dr. Kimberly Shorter, Assistant Professor of Biology, Ryan Harper, Mathematics Instructor, and Director of Tutoring, Nancy Addison. Earlier this month, we received more good news. A second group of USC Upstate faculty has won a $186,000 grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities. The NEH grant will fund workshops to be offered twice next summer, bringing 72 middle and high school social studies teachers to campus to learn how to teach community history. Using the former Beaumont textile mill as a case study, teachers will learn research skills and techniques they can apply in their classrooms back home. Congratulations to the co-authors of this impressive grant proposal, Drs. Paul Grady, Andy Myers, Warren Baris, and their dean, Rob McCormick from our College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, Dr. Rebecca Mueller from the School of Education, Human Performance and Health, and Ann Merriman, USC Upstate's archivist. Finally, I'd like to mention a third grant that has been awarded to one of our esteemed faculty members. Our Science and Technology Dean, Jeannie Chapman, reports that Dr. Anita Nag has been awarded a research grant from the South Carolina Idea Networks of Biomedical Research Excellence. This is the second SC Embry grant we've been awarded. Last year at this time, we were announcing a $500,000 grant secured by Dr. Chapman and Dr. Josh Ruppel. SC Embry is funded by the National Institutes of Health. The work I've just described is a sample of the excellence being produced by this university community. We will continue to focus promotional efforts on the level of education we offer at USC Upstate. Ultimately, it is this promise of academic quality and integrity that enables our admissions team to recruit new students, again, despite the distractions of a global pandemic. All of which brings me to another of our strong leaders on campus, Ms. Donette Stewart. As Vice Chancellor for Admissions and Enrollment Services, Donette has worked nonstop over the last 6 months to keep enrollment levels as steady as possible. Not an easy feat in this environment. Fall undergraduate enrollment is down approximately 4% compared to last year. As you may know, other universities are experiencing deeper declines, and we are grateful for the tireless work of Donette and her team of admissions professionals. So let's talk about that global pandemic for a bit and how this university has responded. From the very beginning, USC Upstate faculty were sought out as experts, whether for articles in the paper or for TV stories dedicated to the new challenges facing universities and students. We were able to communicate to all of our stakeholders that USC Upstate was prepared to pivot. At the end of March, we moved to all online teaching. By early May, we had expanded our summer school offerings and moved more than 300 courses to virtual formats. Simultaneously, we fielded requests from the community for help. We partnered with the Spartanburg Regional Healthcare System to provide space for a much-needed drive-through COVID-19 testing center. Earlier this summer, Jeannie Chapman, Dean of the College of Science and Technology, received a call from a local bioengineering firm. TMD Technologies was in the process of expanding its capabilities to investigate bioremediation solutions when the COVID crisis prevented delivery of a modular lab to their facility. I'm proud that the firm knew to call us and that one of our deans could provide a solution by inviting TMD to work on campus. These relationships, of course, serve to underscore our reputation as a strong community partner. Freshman orientation took a hard turn and within weeks was being offered virtually through technology that was new to us and embraced by freshmen who were grateful to get a glimpse of their new university and its leaders. More than 1,400 new students completed this innovative orientation module online. Our Information Technology Division was busy behind the scenes providing the teaching and learning technologies that allowed us to move online quickly while outfitting classrooms across campus with cameras that will allow our faculty to engage with both students in the classroom and those who will learn elsewhere. This type of synchronous teaching is a game changer, particularly in terms of how students will experience remote learning. I'm so grateful to faculty who redoubled their efforts this summer to develop their skills in deploying these technologies in the classroom in service of our students and our university. Every member of the leadership team was involved in developing the resources faculty, staff, and students needed as they prepared to return to campus for the fall semester. Our comprehensive campus reopening and mitigation plan was completed with input from every division and provides the baseline from which we will work as we progress through the next several months. We created a COVID-19 response team led by Mary Bucher, Special Assistant to the Chancellor for Public Health, and Dr. Shirlitha Lee. Members of the team, along with brave cabinet members, ventured into the uncharted waters of Microsoft Live events, and we hosted 4 virtual town halls to answer your questions about how to implement our Spartan Safe Start plan. We had to get creative in honoring the accomplishments of our 2020 graduates. With a ceremony on the quad not possible, we began our tribute in the spring issue of Up magazine, which was mailed to all of our seniors. We worked with our special events team to record the remarks we would have delivered to graduates and their families from a podium on stage. And we built a commencement ceremony online that could accommodate the conferral of degrees by USC President Bob Caslin. We anticipate that this online platform, called Marching Order, is one we will use again. USC Upstate's first ever graduate car parade provided one more opportunity for the campus community to celebrate the class of 2020. Again, this was out of the box thinking, and several divisions came together to create a memorable event for our graduates who clearly appreciated this recognition. There's no question that things will look different this fall, whether we're in the classroom or in executive meetings, in the CLC, or in the library. We will require everyone to wear masks when in common spaces on campus. This is something we cannot emphasize enough. As we continue to learn more about this virus, it is becoming increasingly clear that if everyone wears a mask, we can drastically reduce spread. This is critical. Monitoring temperatures has also proven to be effective in identifying people who may be symptomatic. We have invested in screening technologies, and you'll see this in a number of congregate areas on campus. We are making adjustments to almost everything we do. Move Up was extended this year to allow for fewer students and parents to gather in any one space at any one time. Residence Life team members employ new safety protocols as they welcome students and parents back to school. Similar protocols are being implemented across campus. Our photographer, Les Duggins, captured this image of our campus last spring. And just a few weeks ago, he captured this one that depicts the resilience of our students and the commitment of our campus community to move forward, to start safe and finish strong. In closing this morning, I would like to thank everyone who worked with us over the summer to help facilitate what we hope will be a productive, fun semester on campus. I will take this opportunity again to thank our leadership team, particularly those who continue to work as part of the COVID-19 response team. Special thanks to Mary Bucher and Charlitha Lee, who will continue to lead this team throughout the fall, interpreting data, tracking cases, and continuing to build the protocols to help protect the health and safety of us all. Many of our traditional events, including those hosted by Student Affairs, will become virtual experiences. Thank you to Dr. Britt Katz, Interim Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs and Dean of Students, for leading his team and providing the student experiences that are so much a part of college life. We will continue to host town halls to facilitate communication, and I invite you to let us know if there are topics you'd like the leadership team to address during one of these forums. We have begun a review of institutional priorities, and we will be connecting with you soon about new work to be done to meet the goals established through the university scorecard and blueprinting process. Dr. Pam Steinke, Vice Provost, will lead us through our next phases of planning. Finally, I would like to acknowledge members of the Board of Trustees and the Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education for their continued advocacy and support of USC Upstate. Sincerest thanks to Mr. Tommy Young, who has served so well as Commission Chair. Mr. Young hands over the reins to Dr. David Church, who was appointed Chair in July. I look forward to continuing to work closely with all of our trustees, commissioners, Foundation board members, and stakeholders. Again, to you all, welcome to fall 2020. I know great things lie ahead.